I really hope this works because I've never done this before. I'm literally in bed right now. I literally have been putting this off for so long. But I was like, you know what? No more. Let me just get this out of my system before I forget. Hi. My name is Ade, if you don't know me. If you do know me, you probably know me as Star instead. And I decided that I'm gonna start a video journal of some description because it has been on my heart to do so for so many months now, and I did try before but I hated vlogging, so I think I'm just gonna sit down in bed and my brains out instead. And today is kind of like an overall encompassing of things that have just been on my mind. It is almost 11 p.m. and I have had a migraine all day, so this is probably not the best thing to do right now, but I'm doing it anyway because I feel like I should. Where do I start? Where do I start? Random, but I was trying to figure out. My room is an absolute shambles right now. I was trying to figure out. I haven't put all of my posters up still. I was trying to figure out the best place I can record and have some of my personality still shine through. The thing I really wanted to talk about was actually something that made me very self-conscious in my creative journey. For those of you that don't know, I'm currently in the process of producing my own music for the first time. Next year, I'm making it known. I'm putting it down. And I had a very what I thought was a unique idea in mind for the type of artist that Star is and the type of artist that I want to cultivate Star to be. Turns out I was not as unique as I thought I was, and I found another incredible artist who is pretty much the exact aesthetic and making not exactly the same, but in the same scene, I'll say, making music that is really good, and they're doing so incredible, and I love their music, and I was just like, this is so embarrassing for me. And it kind of spiraled me a little bit because I was like, damn, the thing that I thought was gonna be a space for me has actually already been occupied by someone else, and now I don't belong anywhere yet again. That has been such a contention for me my entire life. My entire life is this visceral need and this unending search to find a place that I feel like, okay, I actually belong here. And it got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna have to fucking make this space for myself at this point. Now, as I was in the process of making the space for myself, turns out someone else has already taken that space for themselves, and now I don't get to be in that space anymore. I was talking to one of my friends about how going into this whole music thing and trying to educate myself on a lot of different stuff, I'm starting to see my favorite artists more like colleagues or future colleagues, rather than and preferring seeing them that way rather than solely just being a fan. Obviously, I'm very much a fan. Like I see a lot of music artists in a very different way than I did even last year. Oh, I was going with this. Future colleagues. Oh, right, yeah. Because I'm seeing a lot of artists now as future colleagues and stuff, I'm trying to remind myself that people alike can exist in a space at the same time and still be uniquely themselves. And I guess it's because I had a very small understanding of the type of scene and music that I'm getting into. If it's not obvious, like the VK, the Motionless in White, breakhands, it's very alternative type of stuff. I kind of saw it and had like this knee-jerk reaction that was like, oh, I've messed up again and I've taken too long and I've had this idea in my heart for years and I didn't do anything about it, and now someone else has gone and taken the reins and I'm not going to be able to do the thing that I want to do ever again in my life, and I should just give up and crawl into a hole and die. think over the past couple of days I've been trying to unwind that. It still does sting a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, just trying to unlearn this idea of the only way I can exist is to find myself in a space or in a community that has been created already by other people. And my ultimate dream really is to create a space for people who, like me, felt like and continue to feel like they really don't belong anywhere. The few friends I have left in my life are people who who truly feel like home, trying to convey the feeling that they give me and trying to write music about my experience and trying to write music about experiences I want to have in the future has been a really good outlet. But then the uppercut, the side bitch, you really don't belong here. We don't want you here. We already have people who are doing it better than you. I was like, bet. That's so valid, actually. I don't even know what I was thinking. That's kind of been my worries for the past week or so. I'm still gonna do my thing. At least I want to still do my thing. It does feel I don't want to say it feels futile because I will die on this hill that I was put on this earth to make music. Like, music really is my life, guys. Like, it really is my life. I went to a studio actually a couple of weeks ago just to walk around and see what it was like and get the vibes. And I was like, please, above all, remember to come across as professional. And I think I did a pretty good job. I don't know. But I was there and I was just like, I have a lot to prepare. I want to educate myself more in that sense. But then I'm like, if I keep going like this, I'm going to run out of time. And I'm young and I don't want to wait until I'm crooked and bent over backwards and all this stuff. And I'm such a perfectionist. But I'm like, just put this shit out there. It doesn't matter if it sounds good. But then seeing all this shit about people getting their already copyrighted music taken down or being used to train AI. I'm like, this generation just got handed the absolute ass crack of cards dealt to them, actually. I'm trying so hard. And I'm sure we all are. We're all in this shit together. And this took a very deep turn that is a very broad topic for another time. For the time being, I think I just want to spend some time reflecting on, again, what kind of artist it is that Star will be and the sorts of musical and visual indicators and identifiers that I hope to create with them. And the type of community and fan base that I would like to cultivate, and just the type of person that I'm gonna be. A lot of stuff I've been kind of uncovering this past couple of days in terms of moving forward have been a lot around identity and trying to really dig deep into that and actually understand what it is I'm trying to create. Obviously, creativity is one of those things where you kind of just pull it out of your ass and it builds itself as you go. But I fear that if I do that, just like this channel, sorry guys, I'm just not going to be consistent with it, and then it's just going to be like another chore, and I would rather die than let that happen. So I do want to prepare a little bit, so hopefully in doing that I will not beat myself up so much, and I'll have a little bit more confidence in this thing that I'm creating and be able to share it and showcase it and bring you guys along for this very convoluted, very strange sort of journey. Convoluted is not the word that I was going for. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, besides playing Genshin and going to my job, I keep writing one-liners and then I'm like, you need to turn this into a song, and then the brain my biggest enemy, bro. Just psych. And then I forget everything that I wrote down. And I'm just like, this line means nothing to me now. Yeah, it's kind of the strange beginnings of this thing. And trying not to have as many excuses as to why I can't do stuff. Like this, for example, I told myself I didn't want to keep recording because I love editing on Premiere Pro. I don't have Adobe anymore. I only had it at uni. I tried DaVinci Resolve. It was fine, but I was just like, this feels really choppy to use, and it's probably not for someone like me who's just making bullshit videos on YouTube. Can't use CapCut because they have a whole bunch of terms and conditions around AI that I just cannot subscribe to. So I was just like, let me just do some random stuff and I'll edit it on the editor on my phone and it will just be chopped, but at least it will be out there. Hopefully it's not bad. I'm so sorry, guys. I really do love making videos and I do love talking absolute nonsense on here. And I want to get better at talking, so I'm hoping that this is also another outlet for that. I made a new Instagram. Besides my photography Instagram, is going to be my personal Instagram, which I will put below. I haven't posted anything yet, but stuff will be coming out soon. Also follow my photography Instagram because I have a new collection that I'm working on at the moment. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for now. I just wanted to rant about the fact that I don't feel good about myself, I guess. And if no one has told you, today, you look absolutely fucking delicious and you look amazing. And I hope you have a wonderful day, morning, night, evening, afternoon, whatever other time in the ether exists that I haven't mentioned. Have a good one. And I really will see you again, I promise. Bye, guys.